Here we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 12 Volt News. We are your hosts. I'm Dean. This is my partner, Fernando. And today we have a bunch of news for you. But before then, I know that was a little different. It's okay. It's been an interesting couple of days for everyone. What's the temperature right now?
Right now it's an 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be 80.
It's
The day is gonna be beautiful today.
probably, other than the fact that there's water and tree branches everywhere.
There's no power.
There's no power in his house thanks to the tree branches. My power's on, thankfully. Yay, me.
Nobody likes you.
No, if anybody caught yesterday's live stream that Haley and I did, that whole area we were in, gone. It's all flooded. It's not gone. It's still there. It's just now it's a lake. So
I went yesterday into the Duke Energy app.
Yeah.
Because they tell they
inform
me what's going on. So
yeah.
I think we have 260,000
people without power.
Houses without power.
Easily. I was so happy. I mean, our power went on and off all day. I mean, it was just like,
yeah.
It's normal. Need a generator. Some days, yeah. But
now
then you
got thinking yes. To be honest,
every year. Well, every year you think the same thing. Like, man, I should get a generator.
I should buy a generator.
And then you're like, where am I gonna put it? What am I gonna do? Anyways, yes, it's one of those things. But no, lots of flooding, which we kind of knew that's what this hurricane was going to do. Lots of flooding. But yeah, the whole area that we went through, all our favorite pizza places, the shopping center, the causeway, that whole where we were standing out on the pier, the water came up 10 feet, 5 feet. I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 feet, depending on where you're at. The road, the whole thing flooded. Bambino's, the pizza place that we talked about, they put up their camera footage, and they had like foot of water in there. Oh, it was
yeah. No,
they just got done remodeling. I don't know, like the plaza that we drove through, flooded. It's a lake.
We talk about fences. One of my friend's house is like the whole fence.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
It like blew up.
Yeah, so, part of my slats blew out. No big deal. Fixed them last night in the rain. Because I'm that guy. My neighbor across the street, which we went live from the yard, you could see where my neighbor's fence blew down. Apparently, there was a car on the other side of the fence, which is like, oh, it sucks to be you, bro.
Trees are down. Yeah.
Lots of trees, lots of crap everywhere. I got a bunch of stuff in my yard that needs to be picked up and cleaned up and put away. But
so we're watching TV, and then we hear like behind the yard, and I was like,
yeah.
So we went outside, huge tree, man. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
That was it.
But anyways, that's what we got for weather. Definitely kind of sucked. But hey, that's the joys of living in Florida, along with gators, birds the size of mosquitoes, and beautiful weather that's hot and humid, and we get hurricanes that destroy the whole side of the state. So it's all good. It's all good. Good morning, fellas. Northern Indiana checking in at 61 with a high of 75. Springfield, high of 74. Very nice. Orlando, it's going to be a high of 84 today. It's going to be beautiful. And there again, the one thing after like a hurricane is usually there's like beautiful weather that follows it. It's like it just sucks it up with it.
Just don't go outside because it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It's definitely sad. North Carolina, hoping everything is safe. Yeah. I mean, the problem is now it's just going to go up through, like Georgia and all those other fun things. I haven't talked to Josh yet this morning to see how he fared. Vera said he was okay last night when I talked to him.
Yeah.
Good morning, Vermont, checking in at 54 and overcast. Ooh, that sounds fantastic. Kind of rainy in Olympia, Washington. Very nice. Stay dry, says Marty Dean. What's up, my
Marty?
friend? Morning, Sean.
Morning.
Mr. Bird. What is up? West Virginia, 74 and rainy. I could see that. A lot of states are going to get the effects of this giant storm. Good morning from San Diego. Weather is perfect. Of course it is. Trees downs all over. Stay off the roads anywhere you're dealing with a storm. North Florida, insane. Working the fire department. I bet it's got to be a mess up there. I mean, we didn't get a lot of the storm. Like, we just got a lot of the back end side of it, but it just pushed so much water. And that's what we were afraid of, is that this was going to be a water event, and it just flooded everything.
Yeah.
The joys of being 6 feet above sea level. Bravo, my two favorite pals, safe and sound. Hey, what's up, Mary Lou?
Yeah, that's the other car stereo.
Yeah, it's the other guys. And then there's you guys. Good morning, 53, light rain in the upper Pacific Northwest. Ooh, last day, 200. Oh, last day of the pour. Very nice.
Wow,
very
250 yards. There you go, man.
Dude, that's just
You're killing
so much
bro.
concrete.
You're killing
Good God. Howdy from Mount Rushmore. High of 86. Wow. Good morning, Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
Hi, guys. Thanks for bringing the best audio content ever. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Without you, we kind of wouldn't have a reason to do this.
True.
Fang checking in says, hey there, Tennessee, 69. Oh, Sage called just to check. Sage called me this morning just to check and see how everything was.
Oh, very nice.
We are dry. Power was out earlier. Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to get a lot of this too. Currently 65, a high of 91. What is this?
New generator
news should be a tagline. Good morning, 63 now, but 90 later in Houston. I can see that. Yeah. It's just terrible. All right. Texas is hot still. Lost power like once a week. So I mean, you guys see, the problem is, like, for us, we get rain, but the weather's still good. Up north, you guys get snow, the power lines freeze, and it's like, yeah, we'll get up there as soon as we can ice pick our way out of this. So trust me, not a complaint. But yeah, not the pizza place. Actually, there's like when we were driving around yesterday, there's 3 pizza places that we go to that are in that area. Mm-hmm. They're in like 100 foot square radius, and it's like, they're all good pizza. But yeah,
dude, before we everything starts, we went to the barbershop to see. Everybody's like, dude, I'm like, yeah, why not?
Lake City, lots of homes and car total losses. There's going to be a lot of flood cars, guys. I can tell you. And trust me, we work on a ton of flood cars. It is so crazy. Like solar panels and batteries. Yeah, it's dark all day yesterday, so
that was no power.
I mean, there was a little bit of power. I mean, I guess it's doing something. Are there areas that are almost guaranteed to hit every hurricane season? Yeah, anything that's close to the water. I mean, it was funny.
We are close to the water.
Yeah, we're not that close though. I mean, 5 miles. Yeah, I know. So it's funny. There's a place in Tampa called Bayshore. And,
it was flooded.
And I was listening to a guy yesterday that lives over there, and he was complaining about the flooding. And I'm like, you bought a house on the water. The
whole water was on the other side of the fence.
So. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like you're at 3 feet above sea level, dude. I mean,
as soon as you start looking for a house and you're buying a house in that area, that's
so it's like literally the tip where all the water just comes in.
Just the tip.
It's like, yeah, exactly. And you're complaining about it. I mean, $1 million home on the water. Yep. Shucks. Yeah. Let's say. What is umbrella really called? Umbrellas. But person hesitated. I understand. Anyways, what's up, Car Gift? We got news. It's not great news. It's not spectacular news, but guaranteed it's not fake news. So let's head over. Before we do that,
Thank you, Brad.
What's up, Brad? I had a great conversation with him the other night. Thank you, CE Outlook, for doing the news so that we can steal it from you. It's basically what it comes down to. She does a great job. If you would like to learn more about some of the stories that we're getting ready to tell you, or just go read the stuff we don't talk about, you can head over to ceoutlook.com and check it out. Links are always in the description. Let's head over to our first story, and I'm going to drop this here and push that button and push that button. And here we go. Amper Audio acquired by a 12-volt company. Last week, the battery company, basically Sundown's parent company is on a buying spree right now, and they're buying stuff up. So they bought Amper Audio as a low-cost alternative to Sundown. Yeah, I know. I think it's great. I like consolidation. Consolidation for the right reasons happens to make a lot of sense. We get some good mergers out of it. Consolidation for the wrong reasons, where companies just dissolve and into nothingness, well, that kind of sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never heard that, Brett.
Amper?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a loudspeaker brand. It kind of goes with the Sundown stuff. It's that whole,
sure,
SPL vibe. They make some amplifiers. They make some. It's been around since like 2017, I think it's had. So it's a smaller brand for sure. But there again, it's got a pipeline of product.
2011.
2011. Thank you. Sorry, it had been around for a while. But either way, it kind of makes sense. Sundown being a great product, but yeah, it is getting more and more expensive because they're making it better and better. And so, some people are probably a little like, oh man, remember the good old days? So now we get these guys, they can come out with a little bit more expensive. I'm sure it'll stay Amper Audio by Sundown or something like that. Kind of makes the most sense. Who knows? They haven't said anything like that.
Right.
But
they have it.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of nice. 59 and sunny in Arkansas. Android still sucks. Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother thing. We'll get. I'll tell you about that later. So, anyways, there you go. That's the one big cool car audio thing that's happened this week. On to some fun conversation and stuff. Samsung infotainment to bring innovative features to Hyundai and Kia. Okay. Samsung has always wanted to get into the 12-volt world. All right, that's no big secret. They're in everything else: washers, dryers, air conditioners, cell phones, memory, laptops, refrigerator, you name it. There's a Samsung sticker attached to it. They want to be the guys that make everything. Getting into the car business is a little hard. Naturally, Hyundai and Kia being the largest Korean car manufacturers kind of makes the most sense. This is the reason why they also acquired Harman International, which is JBL, Infiniti, and all those guys, BO, is so that they could buy the company that is the largest in the car audio world for OE stuff, original manufactured equipment. So this is kind of funny because they're bringing smart features to these cars. And it was weird because I was like, oh, this will be interesting. And then I read the article and I'm like, so basically what they're saying, if you have a Samsung phone and you have one of these cars, there's going to be Samsung things that happen. And I'm like,
connectivity.
I'm like, all the connectivity already exists.
Like Android Auto, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
So with the hint of Alexa, because you'll be able to turn on smart things at your house, and smart apartments is what they called, which makes sense. But I mean, you can literally have Alexa be driving home and say, and tag Alexa and say, turn on the, the TV, turn on the light. If you've got all that crap at your house, it was kind of weird because I was like, there's really nothing to this story other than I'm sure there was some money that went from left to right.
I think other than they going to be the ones that control everything, other than, hiring or partnering with another manufacturer. They
that made the most sense. Right. I mean, maybe the reality is it's probably a polite way of saying we're going to start making body control modules for these cars, but I mean, Harman is already doing that. So I'm assuming that all it is a sideways shift, that they're taking away some of the glory from Harman and moving over to Samsung. I don't really know. It was just a weird story.
Well, I mean, that's really what happened with Chevy, right? That was Chevy. They decide to not do Apple CarPlay and decide to do their own thing. And then they find out that was a mistake. So
we'll have a ton of content in the virtual AI world. Yeah, that's just it. We'll get in our car, we'll put on goggles, and we'll drive to work in the morning. And even though it's the same thing, we'll have all this AI stuff around us happening in the fake. that we can only see with our eyes, but doesn't really exist. It'd be like driving to work in a cartoon.
Like a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. And I doubt it'll be seamless integration. It never is seamless integration. It's seamless integration for one generation, and then it goes to crap.
It's gonna be a pain.
Yeah. I mean, there's no such thing as seamless integration in the world with this. Speaking of seamless integration,
California
passes a in-car speed warning. So the first thing that is funny about this is that it simply states that if you have a GPS or front-facing camera and you're speeding, your car has to notify you that you're speeding. But it also states that it can be bypassed. Okay, and it's only a warning, so it's going to warn you you're going fast. Now, I don't know about you, but do you ever use Waze?
Yeah.
Okay. Waze warns you when you're going over the speed limit. Yeah. Literally, it'll turn red, go from green to red. Yeah. Like we were driving across the causeway and in the video yesterday, and Haley was like, I don't even know what the speed limit is here. She kept speeding up until Waze turned red. And she goes, oh, it's 35. Yeah. But I guess they want an audible warning that says you were speeding, slow down. And it's like, yeah, and there you go. My Corvette does that now. And like, I feel like cars have been doing that for a long time. But apparently in California, now we put a law on the books that can easily be bypassed. It even says the consumer has the ability to bypass it. So what is the point? It's like, okay, so you're speeding, you're low on windshield wiper fluid, and you're almost out of gas, and you need an oil change. Beep, beep, beep. You get in the car, you're like, oh my God, like, just leave me alone, people. I mean, we can't be responsible to do anything. Yeah. Did you wipe your butt this morning? I don't know. I don't. If you're going to speed, you're going to speed. I mean, radar detectors are there to warn you when you're speeding of slowing down because the cop just hit you with the thing, so I just want to get in my car and drive. This is why these kids are like, I don't want to drive in a car. There's too much anxiety of beeps, buzzers, and warnings, and what is happening? Why? Dude, you just didn't put on your seatbelt. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Yeah, like stop. Like either take over control and we just sit in there and do this, or let us just drive the damn vehicle. That's California for you.
Protection, man.
100%. California's dumb. In Sage's voice, I talked to him this morning. That's in my head already. Most aggressive drivers are here in California. Bro, you ain't been to Florida. You ain't been to Florida. Yeah. Any new radios? No. You won't see new radios until January. We might start talking about them in December, but all the radio news is in January. So, I mean, you can take the next couple months off. I would like to, but January is when they're coming out. And we know this because when we go in January to Knowledge Fest, we'll be there with JVC Kenwood. Yay, NI Data. Moving on. This is another one. U.S. plans to block Chinese hardware and software in vehicles. How? What? Like, how? How are they going to do it? Like, okay, so the only thing that makes sense out of this whole statement is if it's got another name on it other than a Chinese company, it passes. But if it's a Chinese company, it doesn't. Well, I mean, because like legit, everything's made in China. So, I mean, and I understand the need for this. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of reasoning behind this, none of which that kind of makes sense. But just so that everyone understands, the pagers were not made in China. Okay, and if you understand, then you understand. But I get what they're trying to do here, and it makes sense. I mean, bring it back, but we're not going to. It'll never happen. This will just get, they'll just do the end around. It'll come from China to Taiwan and then into the U.S. It won't be a big deal. I mean, yeah.
I tell you, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's exciting and stupid at the same time. So and it's really what this is. Like, if you really drill down into it, we don't want the Chinese electric cars here in the U.S. because it'll hurt Elon selling the Cybertrucks. Yeah. So we can't have the better Chinese vehicles here. We have to use his POS and be happy with it. Lots of GM stuff built in Mexico.
Oh,
yeah. You know, that's why they smell like tacos when you get them.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
So I should buy a GM.
Yeah. Software espionage is just, yeah. I mean, because that's what happens. Eagerly anticipating those radio releases. Trust me, we are too. Okay. So, anyways, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I know. It's so a couple things happened this week for those of you that are not up to date or don't have any Facebook friends at all that are in the 12-volt space. You've seen logos that look like this in your feed, and you've been like, what the heck is this? So we've talked about it before. It is that time of year again to cast your vote for top industry positions. So up until this point, people that wanted to enter into the installer of the year, sales pro of the year, vendor of the year, business of the year, trusted tech, rookie of the year, they submitted videos and or were nominated into the process. Last week, we got the results of SAD. So we have the top 50 retailers. There are links in the description if you'd like to go find these, because they are almost impossible to find because they suck. So maybe one of your favorite retailers is in the list. The most important, let me go up to the top here. Installer top 50. This is where everyone is excited to be. Like, this is what makes everyone, this is it. A bunch of our good friends have made the list. We got Angel, we got Archie, we got Arturo. Cabe is on there. I'm not going to name all the names.
Christian,
Dave
Dan, Castro,
Heine. I'm just going through Mike Hungerford.
You have all of them.
I mean, JT Carlson, Terry. There's a ton of them, and I'm not going to name. But if you'd like to know who they are,
Dave,
Dan, what's up, Dan? Dalton, what's up, Dalton? Anyways, ton of the guys have made it in the top 50. Now, then we have a retailer, and then we're gonna scroll down the list here, and you have sales pros. Bunch of our guys right there. Oh wait, Dean made it onto the top 20 sales pros.
Boom.
Oh, that's right.
All right. So when did they start voting?
Now we're gonna get to that. You should watch the news. It's gonna tell you. Really, on that list, the only one that matters is Dean. So if you're gonna vote for Dean. Just saying, vote for Dean. And then we have top 5 rookies, a bunch of rookies, which is cool. And then we have the top 10 trusted techs. These were appointed, meaning people nominated these people. These people are not self-nominated. They had nothing to do with it. Most of them didn't even know. And so if we scroll down the list, they're right here. Fernando Lopez. Look at that.
Hang on.
Yeah. I vote for Circuit City as Retail of the Year.
Yeah,
it's a good one. I would agree.
I
would agree. And then second place, Best Buy. Fernando made it to the top 10 trusted tech list. Oh, goody. Yeah, he was totally unaware. I was unaware. I just saw it on here. I said, holy crap. Our good friend Jim Rogers is also on there.
Like
DJ Caruso, Alan Lindgren. It's a tough name. And then, of course, Ray West.
Oh, right there, Ray West.
So really good list. This is going to be, to me, this is going to be the most interesting one to see, because we pretty much know everybody on this list, and they're all great guys. The greatest guy, of course, is just sitting right here. The next phase in all of this is where you have to vote. So there's different places where you can vote depending on who you are in the world. So if you're a consumer, we have consumer voting. So the link in the description will get you over here, and if you click vote, you could choose between retail awards, vendor awards, and consumer voting. So consumer voting, you can type in your name, and these are the Consumer Choice Awards. This is an interesting thing. So we came up with this, and this allows you to tell us who you think the best in the industry are. But there's a list, so you got to choose. So it's like, no, you don't get that guy. So you can vote for retail store chain. Now, these are from the top 50 list and the top 20 list. So if you want retail store chain, you have installer choice, and you also have sales professional. Dean, by the way, Dean, I'm running. So if you'd like me to be your sales professional of choice, you can vote here if you're a consumer. Unfortunately, the only people that get a vote for Trusted Tech are industry people because it is an industry appointed place. So if you're going to vote if you're in industry, meaning you work and or have a family member in the industry, you can be a family member. It's kind of cool. You have all the selections that you can make here, and of course, top 5 trusted tech. So if we go back to this piece of artwork right here, this is the next round that we're going to get after all the votings are done. We'll have the top 12 retailers, top 12 installers, top 5 sales pros, top 5 trusted techs. Top 5 rookies stays the same. You just, because there's only, or no, it's 10. So you go from 10 to 5, and Expediter goes to 3. This is the big hoopla. This will also be, we'll find out the answers to this. Now, for the retailers, installers, and sales pros, if they get nominated to the next round, meaning y'all decide that, hey, these are the guys we want, they do have to make a second video. So I will be posting my video for your entertainment to watch here in the probably next week, just to ask for your vote, because why not? But if you're in industry, vote for my buddy here, this guy, because he so doesn't want it, which is why I want him to have it. Anyways, if we make it to the next round, with the bottom, the Trusted Tech rookie and Expediters, they don't have to do anything. They just get nominated and somebody wins. The guys on the top, they all have to make another video explaining again why they should be the winner, and then it'll go around to a group of judges, and we get to pick, the judges get to pick that. Top 10 techs with best. Yeah, that would be you, Mike. That would be you. Boston Mike.
And everybody gets a Diet Coke.
Everyone gets Diet
Coke. The winner
Coke.
gets a Diet Coke.
Is Oscar on the list? Yes, Oscar is on the list. Yep, yes, he is.
Oscar?
Yeah. Is an Oscar on the list from Jay's 10? Oh, he didn't enter this year.
Yeah, he didn't enter.
He didn't enter. There is an Oscar on the list.
It is an Oscar.
So if you just like to vote for an
Oscar,
you can, but it's not your Oscar. Would love to see Bobby Gately's name. He would have to enter. So the thing is, you have to be nominated and then you have to enter. So he has entered before.
So the people not in the list is because they haven't entered. You have to,
or they weren't.
They have to be nominated.
Yeah. So it's a choice. So he has entered before. He's been on the list. He's made it into the list. It's just there again. This is a lot of time in order to do this.
Yes.
Because the first video you have to make it 10 minutes. Like you guys, some of you guys have seen the videos I've made in the past. But yeah, it's a commitment in order to get to this point. There is Eduardo didn't run this year.
No.
Paul didn't run either.
Still. Yeah. Paul.
There are lots of there's a lot of badasses that are on the list because they don't want to get involved in this. So it's just what it is. This is one of those things that you have to it has to be something that you want to do. Correct. In order to be in it. Now, with that being said, the other list that isn't up there yet because is Master Tech. Master Tech is open right now. You can sign up. Anyone can go as long as you can afford to do it. There's a couple different tier pricing. You can do the full education and the full Monty, as it were, on Master Tech. And or if you just want to be wrong button, that one. If you just want to be a consumer, as it were, anyone can go. It doesn't matter whether you're in industry or not in industry. If you can afford to go, if you can pay the $650, get a flight and a hotel room, you can go and you can do everything there is to do.
Look at that. Right now is early bird special. That's like
$100 cheaper than last year. Yes. The other cool thing is that they also will open up show floor only, which means you don't get the classes. All you do is you go to the show floor and you get to see all the events. So, for example, you get to see the build off, you get to see the clean wire challenge. You get to do all that fun stuff at a reduced price. But for $650, you get your food. Food is paid for. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's totally a deal. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because the first night, Sunday night, in the banquet, we are going to have the award show, which is going to be awarded to that is not self-nominated and it's judged. and we get to pick from anybody we want, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So that we
cool.
Clean Wire guy I won that last year.
Yeah.
Just say, which was really cool. We also have Light Guy, we have Fab Guy, we have Young Guy, and we have Lifetime Achievement Award, which are all really cool. And it's a different structure on how that's put together, obviously, because we didn't want to compete with the industry awards on that side of things.
And from the manufacturers, we have the best booth, the best interaction.
Yeah,
so
best car,
demo car.
Sage won that last year. That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, so that was good.
Lots of fun.
Exciting.
Of fun.
173 days, guys. Please.
Oh God, I gotta do so
register now.
Matchback Expo is a must go if you're in the industry and serious about getting better. Why be mediocre? That's probably. I've been asking you that for a while, Mike. Why, the best version of you, Brian, does not disappoint. No, Brian does not disappoint.
That's right.
But there again, like I said, unlike Knowledge Fest, this is open to anyone that can afford to go. So if you want to go and meet and greet some of the coolest guys in the industry or learn from everyone, some of the best teachers, actually the best teachers, not some of the best teachers, best everything. It's definitely worth going. And with that, that's the news, guys. Today's definitely going to be an interesting day for us. I'm pretty sure there's not much. I mean, it's really surprising because people get back to life so fast, and the storm was just an inconvenience. So, well, who knows what we'll have going on. But if you'd like to follow along and see what's happening, make sure to join us on Instagram later today or tomorrow. As always, 5 minutes with 5-star on Instagram. It's fantastic. Oh, I changed it. It's not going to say Dean Bayette. It's going to say 5-star car stereo. It's going live.
Wow.
I know.
Finally.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have stuff, nothing to do at 2:00 in the morning on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Thumbs up, guys.
We also, tomorrow is Saturday. So 5:00 Eastern Standard Time, we'll be taking your questions on the Q&A show. So if you've got those questions, we've got those answers. That's tomorrow at 5:00 Eastern Standard Time. In the same place you're watching this. You guys have a wonderful day. In the words of Cargill, have a great day. We'll see you guys later. Bye.